And welcome back to Talk 365. Holly had a chance to sit down with Dr. Rodgers, who's got a brand new plan to help you and your family stay much more healthy for 2017.
Talk 365's Talking Wellness segment is brought to you by BodyRenu with wellness team expert Dr. Brian Rodgers.
Hey everybody, welcome to our Talking Wellness series. Today I am out at our wellness team member's office, Dr. Brian Rodgers. Dr. Rodgers, thank you so much for letting me swing by, and thank you for being a part of our wellness team. I am so excited to introduce this to everybody and to get to tackle some of these awesome, cool things that are happening in wellness right now, and you being the leader in a lot of them. Most of the things I have problems with.
Well, thank you.
Okay, let's dive right in, because I think one of the first things I want to chat with you about is functional medicine, because it's a term that is out there and being talked about, and I don't think people necessarily really understand it. So I think let's compare traditional and functional. What's the difference?
Well, with traditional medicine, it works really well if you have an appendicitis, you have an illness, you have a broken arm, or you break your hip, where you need that acute care. Traditional medicine is really, really good at addressing that. Sometimes traditional medicine falls short when you get chronic care. You hear of all kinds of conditions that just don't really get better. Mm-hmm. With functional medicine, we look at the root cause of these chronic problems, try to identify what that cause is, make changes, whether it's a toxin, whether it's a nutrient, or it's usually a multifactorial thing, mm-hmm. and we try to find that root cause, change it, and eliminate the disease, or at least improve it.
I think the key to what you just said about finding that root cause is the word individualized, because what you do here is so uniquely different from any other kind of experience I've ever had at a doctor's office. First of all, my time with you as a patient, our initial consultation was over an hour and a half long. And this guy met with me on a Friday at 5 o'clock at night, and we went through my health history that was extremely extensive. I had to fill out a questionnaire online, and we got to sit down and talk about everything. Tell me about that whole process, because that is the key to what makes functional medicine so great, in my opinion.
I appreciate you taking the time to fill out that questionnaire. I know it takes a lot of time, but that helps me to understand you better, because you're not the same as all the other people with the conditions that you have. I look at family history, what kind of experiences you've had. I know that you've done ballet in the past, and so I know you have some type of athletic background. I look at different toxins that you may have been exposed to. I look at your nutrition. I look at your eating habits. I look how you relax or don't relax, your sleep patterns. We look at so many different things. It takes an hour to an hour and a half to get through all of those things on a person with chronic illness.
So all of these things you had answers to, and that's another part that is so great about this, is functional medicine looks for the root cause, and then you look to heal it and fix it in all kinds of ways, because you do bioidenticals. Let's talk a little bit about that.
As we start to help people with their healing process, we take it one step at a time. I often tell my patients that if we do everything right at once, the body will get confused and get more sick. So we take it one step at a time. For example, the bioidentical hormones, as you're asking about. If hormones are off, and often they are, as we age, our hormone levels go down. As we have hormone problems, we have problems with memory, mood, sleep, decreased ability to lose fat, decreased ability to gain muscle, sexual performance problems, insomnia problems. All these things can be signs of low hormones. And we do a way that's very safe and effective. I've done every type of hormone replacement therapy, and my patients really enjoy the subcutaneous pellet therapy as a treatment.
It is the best, because you come in, you barely feel it. It is like a rice-sized pellet that they place just under the skin. And honestly, I have never ever even known it was happening, and you're maybe a little bit numb back there for an hour, but the benefits long-term, for me, it was like the sun came out in a matter of 24 hours, and it continues to every time. I can feel when it's getting low, mm-hmm. and then we get in here and we get it done, and it's like the sun's back out. It's an incredible thing, which, by the way, we are going to be talking about each of these things in depth in the following months, so be sure and check back here often, check online, because we will be diving in. And if you want to know more before we get to that, be sure and give him a call. Call the office or jump online for more information on bioidentical hormones, because they're absolutely amazing, but they are just one of the many things you do here to help people. And it could be a combination of things. I think toxins and nutrition and all of those things that are huge to feeling better, other doctors don't do, and I would say that's because traditional medicine doesn't say you need to, but functional does. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, let's take nutrition. There are lots of foods that are helpful, lots of foods that are not helpful. Some people, if they are eating the wrong foods and their guts become inflamed, they can't absorb certain nutrients. For example, homocysteine levels can increase if we don't get our proper B vitamins. Those B vitamins are absorbed right past the stomach and the small intestine. If our gut's inflamed, we don't get those nutrients. Also, there's healthier foods that help us to digest, that have a lot of macro and micronutrients in them that help our bodies and help us heal from disease. The wrong foods can cause inflammation, and that inflammation can show itself with different conditions like psoriasis, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, and such.
Okay. And you don't just send people off to go and do this on their own, because you have not only you here and all of the knowledge that you have, you also have a nutritionist. She is a life expert. Is that right?
Lifestyle coach.
Lifestyle coach, Miss Tara. I'm so sorry, I'm going to get that right one of these times. But she has been through additional schooling back in New York as far as honing in on nutrition and all of the stuff that you just talked about with disease. What I love about this is I had an opportunity to sit down with her. It was my initial consultation, and I'm going onto the program, but it's not like a diet. The approach to this is for me to feel better. As a person who has been struggling with a stomach problem for the last year, I've put on weight, but it's not from eating cake, unfortunately. I really wish I would have enjoyed this weight gaining process that I've gone through. It has not been fun, and it has a lot to do with not getting nutrients, we found out, right?
That's correct.
And the stuff that you have to help people, the shakes #1 that you gave me, there was a night that I was editing and I was so tired, and I remembered I had the little shake in the envelope, and Miss Tara, it's a magic shake, by the way. Put it in some water, hurried and downed it, and within 10 minutes, I'm telling you, a 5-hour energy could not touch what this did for me. It was like I finally got some energy from a source that was like nutrition.
Yeah, and it was nutrients. It was not a bunch of stimulants.
I'm so excited for the next months, and like I said, we'll be talking about that more extensively, my experience with it. But hey, if you're someone right now that is looking to lose weight and you've been sick and you're struggling and you're frustrated, and maybe you've got a trainer or you've gone to one of these programs where they tell you how to eat, and the way they tell you how to do it, it doesn't work. I've worked with a lot of those guys, and they're phenomenal at what they do, but they expect that weight loss should be 2 + 2 = 4. And when it's not, they sort of make you feel like maybe you're cheating, and for me, I'm like, no.
Well, weight loss is very complicated. It's like opening up a safe. You have to have all the tumblers in line. And sure, diet and exercise are the 2 most important tumblers. And when we're young and healthy, that works. But as we get older, when we have stress and toxins and nutritional issues and other issues, it's very difficult to lose weight. In fact, if you're not getting your sleep, it's very difficult to lose weight.
Oh no, we went straight to the sleep. I know, that one was for me and probably for many of you out there. I do tend in the last year to have not slept a whole lot, but I actually made a commitment to Miss Tara. I would do 6 hours, and I'm happy to report 2 days of 6 hours of sleep, and look at me, I'm a ball of energy. I'm having a great time. But hey, if you tell me I sleep 6 hours and I lose weight, I'm gonna sleep 6 hours.
Excellent.
But to shift the focus just a little bit,
Sure.
if I may. So we've talked a lot about how you do functional medicine, but I want to talk a little bit before we go about how you pay. I keep hearing about all over the place where people are talking about ditching their insurance and going with 100% pay, and people who do, how they actually save money.
Correct. We are a direct care membership model here in this practice, where we charge $79 per month for adults and $10 for anybody in their household that's 18 or under. They can save money if they ditch their insurance, but also if they have a high deductible catastrophic plan, they can also save money by combining that plan with our membership program.
I think I spent in the whole scheme of the last year over $2,000. I think my deductible was close to $3,000 at the time, but I had to have MRIs. I had 2 visits to the emergency room. And looking back on it, I'm so mad that I wasn't already coming to you, because I would have spent far less and would have felt so much better, so much faster. So that whole thing being studied right now would have totally applied in my situation. And I wish I would have been here, because your program covers just all your basic care. General practitioner is what you have been for the last 20+ years. So even down to, like, you've got a mole you're worried about, you can remove it.
Absolutely.
You've got any problem, you're sick, you come in here. Not only if you need to be put on an antibiotic, you are a doctor who can prescribe that. You've also got herbs that can help you.
That's correct.
I love that when I walk in and I see that the big thing up there for, wintertime colds or anything happening in the world, allergies in the summer, it's an herb to help counteract that first and foremost.
Well, it's an herb, it could be a nutritional supplement, it could be a vitamin, there's all kinds of different things that can help. It may be a lifestyle change. Another thing that happens is we have a patient portal where patients can, through their the computer, talk to me and ask me questions about their health care, maybe about an article that they saw on the internet or any other question, and I will respond to them in a timely fashion. And so you have access to the physician almost 24/7. And with functional medicine, we don't treat people as, that's the diabetic patient, that's the blood pressure patient. We look at all individuals. We're not diseases, we're not a sum of diseases. We look at all the individual things and help your body function properly.
Such a gift and so needed. Everyone can see how valuable it would be to be able to email your doctor who has all of your medical history in extensive fashion, unlike any other doctor knows about you. Be able to throw him a question at any point. What an incredible, incredible thing. So I want to thank you so much for joining our team. I'm looking so forward to the next year and what it's going to bring as far as information to people who really need it. Everything you just said in this interview is why I'm here and why I'm introducing you to everybody that's watching the show and why I want so badly for them to know you're around.
Well, thank you.
If they happen to mention that they saw us today on Talk 365, what happens?
Well, we have a registration fee that comes with our memberships, and we'll waive that fee for anybody who mentions this.
Oh, so definitely worth mentioning you saw us here today. Like I said, jump on his website if you want more information, or better yet, just get in here and start feeling better. Why wait? Again, Dr. Rodgers, thank you so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back with Talk 365 right after this.